Answer in
two
questions in
Why
English.
do you think it's irresponsible of you if you did not cut down by quite a large margin of amendments proposed by the lawmakers? And second, Mr. Leung accused you of changing the game of the rules every single year.
You mean the rules of the game, right?
Or rules of the procedures by adopting different reasoning for your approvals of amendments.
I don't quite get your first question.
You said you would find it irresponsible if you did not cut it down or save the time of the
I didn't say anything like that. What I said was this practice of proposing a huge number of CSAs, committee stage amendments, to our appropriation bill has only happened in the last 3 years. The first time, it was in 2013. And when I first came across a large number of CSAs, for example, in what we later called sequential form, that is, a large number of amendments varying only in the amount of expenditure involved in increments. When I first came across such amendments, I could not find any ground within the framework of our rules of procedure to rule them out. However, I observed the debate on those amendments in 2013, and I was convinced that those amendments, the huge number of amendments in sequential form, did not lead to any meaningful debate. Actually, members who proposed those amendments did not give any explanation for the purpose of proposing those amendments. And no other member actually would engage themselves in debating on those differences. And at the end, all these sequential amendments were voted down by an overwhelming majority of the members. So this convinced me that this kind of amendments must fall into the category described in Rule 57(4)(d) in our rules of procedures as frivolous and meaningless. So I had to rule them out when they appeared again last year. Now, last year, after I ruled out the sequential amendments, we had still a number of amendments proposed in pairs, that is targeting the same expenditure, but with two different amounts. Again, I watched very closely throughout the debate, and I found that these amendments in pairs actually were no different from the sequential amendments in that they never led to any meaningful debate within the council, within the committee. So actually, in my ruling last year, I made it very clear that if I find that the effect of a large number of amendments was only to prolong the time spent by the committee without leading to any meaningful debate, then I must rule those amendments frivolous and meaningless. This was made very clear.
Mr. Leung Kwok Hung accused you of changing the rules of the game, and he doesn't see your logic because this year and last year he saw his table of amendments were no different.
I think I have made myself very clear. I have explained the grounds for my ruling in this written document. I think each of you must have already got one of these documents. So I think my reasoning is very
In your voice,
adequate, yeah?
In your voice, he doesn't seem to agree with you. Is there any chance that he could still table, like last year, further amendments?
Well, I must say, I can only say that I respect. I can only respect members' views, but I have laid down my views. Okay?